Let's go inside our 2002 Porsche 996, 911 996 Targa. This car is it has tinted windows, as you can see, so it looks, you know, it's dark looking from the outside, but the interior isn't actually black, it's blue, and you can really see it in this. I'm looking at the camera, and it looks much bluer through the camera than it does looking at it with my eye anyway. There's these neat little door pockets here where you got junk. It's pretty commodious space in there. This has a Bose sound system. This is the mirror control right here. And this switches left and right mirror. This is, you know, up and down and back and forth, all that stuff. You see it is a Targa. These are the, this is the front electric operating switch. This pops the Targa top open. You push down on it, and this one you lift up to open the engine cover. And this is a lift up as well. The seats are manual with the exception of the seat back angle, which is operated electrically with this lever. This one moves the seat up and down, and sort of it also, when it goes up and down, it also goes forward and back a little bit. And then there's another lever on the other side for mechanical adjustment forward and back. Then there's the latch here, which gives you access to the back. I have the one seat folded down. I still have the Targa top open, so that's shows you how much room there is back here. It's actually roomy, and there's room under here at the sides, so it's pretty neat. And that's what a seat looks like in the upright, you know, human occupation position. I don't know that I would put anybody I really liked in there, maybe young people, but you know, none of us oldsters. This car also came equipped, these are maritime blue seat belts, which is kind of cool. So there's something in here that's not dark blue or black, basically. Leather, perforated leather seats. These are, you can see a little wear on this bolster. Not bad for 114,000 miles. I've treated them with leather-eek and so on, and, you know, softened them up. They're in pretty good shape for an old 20-some-year-old seat. Let's see in here. 3-spoke wheel. I guess the first of the 996s, the 996.1, had a 4-spoke. Two parallel spokes, which is a traditional looking Porsche steering wheel. I like this one. I think it's great. I don't have any complaints, but it did generate complaints. This is a headlight switch, ignition switch always on the left in a Porsche. That's a nod to their Le Mans racing days, where you'd jump in the car and you'd hit the key with your left hand while you were reaching for the shifter with your right. So that was the thing there. This is the control for the little onboard computer, 2002 vintage, so you can imagine what that's like. This is turn signals and headlight flashers. There's the speakers up there, and then there's a voltmeter and speedometer, central tach as always. It's got water temp. This is fuel. This is oil pressure, and I added a little oil temperature gauge here that a guy on Renlist makes. So it just pulls the data off of the DME and shows you what the oil temp is. So it's very nice to have. There's a 4-way flasher button here. This is a phone mount that another clever man Renlist makes, and it's actually uses the mounting hardware for the 4-way flasher button to give you a phone mount. It's very handy, very, very nice. Let's see, Cocoa mats, the previous owner put those in. That's the fuse box, And there's a little emergency thing there for opening the frunk. It's kind of weird because if the car battery goes dead, you can't open the frunk because it's electrically operated. And so there's an emergency method in here to connect some electricity to it and open the frunk so that you can get to your dead battery. This button down here, I don't know if you can even see it in this light. There's a switch right there for making the spoiler go up and down. And you know, pedals. It's a 3-pedal car, of course. Let's move into here. Let's hit the key so you can see some stuff here. Originally, that's just eyeglass cloth. Originally there was a CD holder here, but this was an optional piece where you could take the CD holder out and put a just another little cubby in there. So this is a stock cubby. This is the control for the glass of the targa top, and this is the control for the sunshade on it. So here, let's see if we can, how this will work. Sunshade. And the sunshade goes back. All right, and now you've got just glass up there. Nice big piece. And then this one is the actual top, glass top, which doesn't want to go. Oh, I know why not, because I have the hatch open. Pause. Okay, where were we? Oh yeah, targa roof. Glass targa roof. Back it goes. And now you have this giant hole. I'm going to go out and show you from outside also. It's a big opening. It's a very big opening. The only difference between this and one of the original Targas is that it still has this framing on the side, which the Targas, the original Targas, it was a removable piece that left it open in there. But I think this is pretty darn nice. One downside, such as it is that with the Targa roof, the Targa glass slides in underneath the regular glass, and when you put the two together, although you can see through it here in the camera, you can't see much out of the mirror. It's pretty dark back there, so it does limit some rearward vision, but it's still fun. It's got a little air deflector here. Let's see. Okay, interior. This is the heater and air conditioning controls, pretty standard stuff. These are all sorts of options. This car has a few of them. This is to, I think, forget what that one's for. This controls the intermittent, or the rain sensing wipers, how sensitive they are. And I forget what that one does. It might clean the headlights, or maybe there's something over here that cleans the headlights. Oh yeah, there's that looks like the headlight cleaner there. I'll have to find out what that does. And then there's a radio. It's I have the stock one in here because I just use my phone anyway, and I have a Bluetooth interface for it, so I don't care. That's a fine radio. This is locks and unlocks. This is the rear window heater, and this is which I haven't told you about yet. Oh my goodness! This is the Porsche Sport Exhaust PSE. Originally, the car didn't. The car came from the factory with the Porsche Sport Exhaust, but it was set up so that it was on all the time, so that it was always a Sport Exhaust. I put a button in there. It was really easy because everything to do it was already in place. All of the wiring necessary, everything was all in place. All I had to do was pop out one of these blanks in this location, and purchase a switch, pop out the blank, and plug the wires into the back of the switch. Presto! So now I can turn my that's quiet mode, so I can not annoy the neighbors, and then that's normal funny rompy roundy mode. Oh yeah, so that's the cup holder. Isn't that neat? No, wait, has a trick. It comes out further. It's amazing the number of people who own a 996 don't even know that. Another thing that I wanted in these cars is, and you're going to think this is funny, but I wanted a glove box. It seems like, I mean, how do you live without any glove box? I don't know. I guess you could do it. These door pockets are pretty roomy, so you could probably get away with it. But the 996.1 had no glove box. Overall, this interior got a lot of detractors because of its, I mean, it's plasticky. So it's sort of a little low budget feeling, and so it's sort of a step down from some of Porsche's earlier offerings. Oh, these are the windows, and this is a cigarette ashtray. And this would be seat heaters if I had them. And there's a little cubby back here, console. If all goes well, I am going to take this part that goes around here. There's a plastic piece that goes around here that can be removed. And they call it the horseshoe. And I'm going to take my horseshoe off. Actually, I have a spare one. And I'm going to cover it in leather. And hopefully that adds a little bit of... I'm going to use a light gray leather, so it sort of brings in the interior color, or the exterior color into the interior, and lightens it up in here a little bit. Everything's dark. And then also, if that goes well, I'm going to cover the console in that too. I'd leave these, this is like a little padded kick pad. I would leave that there in the dark Metropole blue. This would remain Metropole blue, but this plastic stuff here, I would cover all that in leather. That's the hope. If I get good enough at working leather to do such a thing. It's a bit of a test, I think. What else about the interior? There's light switches and whatnot up here. It's a manual mirror. Remember them? Yep, there's a mirror there. And then there's one over here. Same thing. Nice of Porsche to put that big stupid warning on the backside so you didn't have to look at it all the time. Oh, let's see, that's about it, I think. 114, 481, more to come. Lots of more. There's the oil temperature gauge. When it's cold, it just says oil temp, but it'll have numbers on it once the oil temperature gets over about 100 F. I think that's about it for the interior. Six speed obviously. Not the greatest shifting car, but apparently shifts as well as any 996, 911. And that's about all I could ask, I guess. So that's the interior. Another one of the things that the 996s were not beloved for. My real only complaint with it is everything is so dark, which I intend to change, and the little plasticky feeling, which I also intend to change.